Team High Performance of Honolulu, Hawaii, in association with Yo Master Productions, presents Mastering the Art of Yo-Yo Play, Two-Handed Tricks, featuring U.S. National Yo-Yo Master, Dennis McBride. Here's Dennis McBride to help you master some great two-handed yo-yo tricks. But first, he will demonstrate important one-handed tricks you must learn with both your right and left hands. Dennis calls them building blocks, because later he will fit them together to build the two-handed tricks.
The first building block is loop-the-loop. The keys to successful loops are proper wrist rotation and practice, practice, and more practice. The wrist motion is like unscrewing a light bulb. Notice that I'm not using a lot of back and forth arm movement. My wrist does most of the work, and that's very important. Practice looping on the inside of your wrist and arm, and on the outside, and alternating between inside and outside. When you loop with traditional fixed axle yo-yos like Duncan's, Jack Russell's, or BC's, you will have to tighten the string for right-handed loops and loosen it for left-handed loops. That's because the yo-yo turns over one half turn with each loop, and that's why the yo-yo is changing colors. Now, the turning of the yo-yo causes the string to tighten or loosen depending on which hand you're looping with. String adjustments aren't as critical with high-performance transaxle yo-yos like the Omega Fireballs and Raiders. However, Fireballs and Raiders loop better if you lubricate the axle with Vaseline rather than standard brain loop. Our second building block is hop the fence, which is like an upside-down loop-the-loop. But notice that my wrist motion is opposite that of loop-the-loop. Practice alternating between inside and outside hop the fence. Also work on a sideward hop the fence, which you do by rotating your wrist outward away from your body. You'll need this technique later on for the trick kettle crossing. Another variation of hop the fence is to loop the yo-yo to the side of your body at about a 45-degree angle, which you'll need to know for the trick riding the horse. One more variation is to move your arm behind your back while doing hop the fence. Our third building block is vertical loops. A vertical loop is an overhead reverse loop-the-loop. This trick requires a very strong wrist and arm movement to overcome gravity and to keep the yo-yo rotating overhead. The wrist movement is the same as hop the fence, but with much more force and with an added pushing motion of your arm. The fourth building block is reach for the moon. This trick got its name from the half-moon-shaped travel of the yo-yo overhead. Start this trick by throwing the yo-yo upward at about a 45-degree angle in front of your body. As the yo-yo travels back to your throwing hand, give it a slight reversed wrist rotation similar to hop the fence. That sends the yo-yo upward and behind your throwing hand. As the yo-yo returns to your hand, rotate your wrist in a loop-the-loop motion, which sends the yo-yo forward again to complete the half-moon direction of travel. Be careful the yo-yo doesn't hit your face as you're learning this trick. Our fifth building block is around the world. We'll be using forward and reverse around the world in many two-handed tricks, so practice until you can throw it straight, smoothly, and with power. You will need to complete 3 or 4 rotations on one throw. Transaxle yo-yos such as the Omega Fireballs and Raiders are best for around-the-world tricks because they sleep longer than traditional yo-yos. For safety, be sure you have plenty of room around you before throwing this trick, and use a fresh string so it doesn't break and send your yo-yo flying out of control. Our sixth building block is alternating around the world from side to side. This trick is also called a crossover and is accomplished by moving your throwing hand across your body as the yo-yo completes its first orbit around the world. The seventh building block is around the world in front of your body. This technique begins with a breakaway that continues into a full circle. Notice my arm position at the beginning and the end of the trick. Building block number 8 is around the world, alternating from front to back of your body. Move your throwing hand behind your body as the yo-yo completes its first orbit. Building block number 9 is around the world with a pirouette. This trick requires a triple around the world and a full turn of your body. Note the timing of the turn, or pirouette, in relation to the rotation of the yo-yo. The 10th building block is a horizontal around the world. Throw the yo-yo in a sideward direction over your head. Note that my arm rotates in the same direction as the yo-yo and pulls the yo-yo in a horizontal orbit.